Good morning, students. Let's discuss the chapter staffing in the revision video, students. Students, as you know, there are 5 functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Students, प्लानिंग के अंदर हम प्लान्स एंड पॉलिसीज बनाते हैं. ऑर्गेनाइजिंग के अंदर वी हैव टू अरेंज द रिसोर्सेज ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Then come to the staffing. Staffing is supposed to be the very important function of management, students, because in staffing we have to appoint right man for the right job at the right time on the right place, students. So staffing function is supposed to be the key element of all the functions of management. So in this video we have to revise the staffing notes part first, students. So let's discuss, students, staffing. Staffing is the function which manages, builds an organization through the process of recruitment, selection, training, development and compensation of employees as capable employees. It also means right man for the right job at the right time on the right place, students. I hope, students, it is very much clear to you. Recruitment, selection, training, development, compensation of individual as capable employees. Right, students? So this is the meaning of staffing. In simple line, we can say staffing means right man for the right job at the right time on the right place, students. So this is supposed to be the meaning of staffing. Now let's discuss the definition of staffing. Staffing or human resource management is the recruitment, selection, development, compensation and motivation of human resource of an organization. Human resource का मतलब यहाँ पर newly selected employees है, students. I hope it is very much clear to you, students. Now come to the next topic. Next topic is, students, is importance or needs or benefits of staffing. Now what are the importance of staffing, students? The very first is filling the roles, jobs को भरना. Right, student? This is supposed to be the very first importance or needs of staffing, students. So let's discuss, students, filling the roles. There will be no use of job position unless these are occupied by employees, and it is through staffing function only that the employees are appointed to fill up the vacant job position. Right, students? So filling the roles is the primary aim of staffing, students. It has been done by the staffing manager or HRM manager, human resource manager. Now come to the second one. Second one is placing right person at the right job. Right, student? Proper staffing ensures higher performance by putting right person on the right job, students. Now come to the next one, students. Growth of an enterprise. Right, students, by filling the roles or placing the right person at the right job, the growth of an enterprise is definitely to be ensured. By appointing efficient staff, staffing ensures continuous survival and growth of the enterprise. Right, students, whenever the staffing manager has to be appointed for the right post at the right man and right qualification, right, students, the growth of the enterprise has been essential. Now optimum utilization of resources. Now here, students, optimum utilization of resources का मतलब है through manpower planning and job analysis we can find out the number and type of employees required in the organization. It is the very first function of a staffing manager or HRM manager in any company, factory, firm, organization, that the staffing manager first of all do the manpower planning and job analysis. Now what do you mean by that term manpower planning, students? Finding out the number and type of employees required in the organization. नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज तो समझ में आता है, स्टूडेंट्स, लेकिन टाइप ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज का मतलब यहाँ पर ये है, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द टाइप ऑफ पोस्ट. राइट, स्टूडेंट्स, जितनी मैनेजरियल पोस्ट हाई होती चली जाएगी उतना ही एक्सपीरियंस ज़्यादा होगा फॉर अपॉइंटिंग द स्टाफिंग फंक्शन, फॉर अंडर द अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ स्टाफिंग फंक्शन. सो देर इज नो चांसेस ऑफ शॉर्टेज और अंडर यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज. आई होप, students, it is very much clear to you. Now come to the next point. The next point is, students, improving job satisfaction. आप अपने एम्प्लॉय को जॉब सेटिस्फेक्शन कैसे दे सकते हैं? थ्रू ट्रेनिंग, प्रमोशन एंड कंपनसेशन. राइट, स्टूडेंट, स्टाफिंग फंक्शन इंक्लूड्स ट्रेनिंग, प्रमोशन एंड कंपनसेशन, एंड फ्रॉम दीज 3 फंक्शन द स्टाफिंग मैनेजर कैन गिव जॉब सेटिस्फेक्शन टू द न्यूली selected employees as well as the existing employees. All these activities helps in motivating the employees and increases the morale or efficiency of the employees. Right, students? Now key to the other function. As you know, students, planning is the base function. It is a thinking function. Organizing is a resource function. Staffing is the key function of management, and directing is the heart function of management, and controlling is the checking function. So we have, under staffing, no other function of management can be carried out without efficient staffing, because all the functions are performed by human beings or employees. which are appointed by the staffing function only. I hope students it is very much clear to you. Now come to the next point student, staffing as a part of human resource management. Right students, देखिए अर्लियर ये जितना भी प्रोसेस था स्टूडेंट्स इन अर्लियर 15 ईयर्स बैक 20 ईयर्स बैक और यू कैन से द ट्रेडिशनल मैनेजमेंट स्टूडेंट्स जितने भी फंक्शन थे रिक्रूटमेंट के, सिलेक्शन के, ट्रेनिंग के, डेवलपमेंट के, वो स्टाफिंग मैनेजर अपने अपने डिपार्टमेंट में इंडिविजुअली करते थे. लेकिन टुडेज present scenario of a corporate sector, today's global world or global environment, and today's the culture of a corporate sector of a company, right students, there is a need for separate department known as HRM department. अब जितना भी ऑफिशियल और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन काम होता है रिक्रूटमेंट का, सिलेक्शन का, ट्रेनिंग का, डेवलपमेंट का, कंपनसेशन का, टू चेक द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ अ एम्प्लॉयज दैट कम्स अंडर परफॉर्मेंस अप्रेजल स्टूडेंट्स, एंड देयर इज अ नीड ऑफ सेपरेट डिपार्टमेंट नोन एज HRM डिपार्टमेंट. तो ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजर और ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट अब इस काम को देखते हैं. अर्लियर ये स्टाफिंग के अंदर मैनेजर अपने अपने डिपार्टमेंट के अंदर ये सारे काम कर लिए थे, बट टुडे देयर इज अ नीड ऑफ सेपरेट डिपार्टमेंट नोन एज HRM डिपार्टमेंट. सो स्टाफिंग इज अ पार्ट ऑफ HRM डिपार्टमेंट स्टूडेंट्स. सो लेट डिस्कस स्टाफिंग एज अ पार्ट ऑफ HRM डिपार्टमेंट. Human resource management is that part of management process which develop and manages the human element of an enterprise, considering their resourcefulness in terms of total knowledge, skill, abilities, and aptitude for effectively contributing to the organizational objectives. Right, students? I hope this is very much clear to you, students. So let's discuss the scope of human resources management, students. The scope of human resources management is recruitment. Apply for the job in the organization that comes under recruitment, students. Analyzing job and collecting information about jobs to prepare job description. Developing compensation and incentive plans. Training and development of employees for efficient performance and career growth. Maintaining labor relations with union management relation. Handling the grievances or problems and complaints. Providing for social security and welfare of the employees. Right, students? So staffing is an inherent part of human resource management as it practice of finding, evaluating, and establishing a working relationship with people for a purpose. I hope students this is very much clear to you. The right people can help to take the business to the top. The wrong people can break the business. So students, staffing function must be performed effectively or efficiently, right students? And so the HRM department also. Right, it is the responsibility of all managers to directly deal with the select people to work in the organization. Human resource management include many specialized activities and duties which the human resource personnel must perform. These are the duties, right students, that comes under the scope of HRM. Now let's come to the next topic, students. I hope it is very much clear to you, students. Now students, estimating manpower requirement. This is the steps in staffing process. स्टूडेंट्स दीज आर द स्टेप्स. आपको ये चेन वाइज लिखने हैं, चेन वाइज याद करना है स्टूडेंट्स. आप अगर आपने ऊपर नीचे करके लिख दिया स्टूडेंट्स तो आपके मार्क्स कट जाएंगे स्टूडेंट्स, राइट. ये आपको चेन वाइज करना है बिकॉज इट इज अ प्रोसेस, इट इज अ स्टेप्स. दीज आर द स्टेप्स यू हैव टू लर्न फ्रॉम चेन वाइज. केस स्टडी में कोई भी स्टेप पूछ सकते हैं, केस स्टडी में कहीं से भी स्टेप पूछ सकते हैं, लेकिन स्टूडेंट्स यू हैव टू लर्न चेन वाइज, right students. So let's discuss the very first step, that is known as estimating manpower requirements. A staffing process begin with the estimation of manpower requirements, which means finding out the number and type of employees needed in the organization in near future. right students. और कंपनी इसको दो तरीके से करती है, स्टाफिंग मैनेजर्स को दो तरीके से करता है स्टूडेंट्स. द वेरी फर्स्ट इज वर्कलोड एनालिसिस and the second one is students workforce analysis. Now what do you mean by workload analysis and workforce analysis, students? Now workload analysis, this requires finding out the number and type of employees required in the organization, right students. Find out the number and employees required in the organization to perform various jobs to achieve the organizational objective. Now the workforce analysis, student, is it estimate number and type of human resource available so that it may be known whether the organization is understaffed, overstaffed or optimally staffed. यानी कि अगर ओवर स्टाफ्ड है तो निकालने पड़ेंगे एम्प्लॉयज को, अंडर स्टाफ्ड है तो रखने पड़ेंगे, ऑप्टिमली स्टाफ्ड है तो ना निकालने पड़ेंगे ना रखने पड़ेंगे स्टूडेंट्स. द डिफरेंस बिटवीन वर्कलोड एंड वर्कफोर्स इज कैलकुलेटेड टू फाइंड आउट शॉर्टेज और सरप्लस ऑफ मैन पावर. नाइदर ओवर स्टाफ्ड nor understaffed situation is desirable. Excess of workload indicating understaffing, that is need to appoint more people. whereas excess of workforce indicates overstaffing, that is need to remove or transfer some employees elsewhere. Right, students? I hope it is very much clear to you. As both understaffing and overstaffing are undesirable, the manager tries to find out the manpower need by equating workload analysis with workforce analysis. Now students, come to the next step, that is known as recruitment. Recruitment means applying for the job in the organization, searching for prospective candidates and apply for the job in the organization. That comes under recruitment, students. So after determining the manpower requirement, the next step is recruitment. Recruitment starts before selection. Recruitment is a process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating or encouraging them to apply for the job in the organization. Right, student? The objective of recruitment is to attract potential employees with necessary characteristics or qualification in the adequate number for the job available. Therefore, recruitment is a positive process, students, because अगर सपोज करिए एक वैकेंसी है, 10 लोगों ने अप्लाई किया है, तो वो उन 10 लोगों के लिए पॉजिटिव प्रोसेस है. सिलेक्शन इज द नेगेटिव प्रोसेस बिकॉज स्टूडेंट्स एक ही वैकेंसी है तो 9 रिजेक्शंस होंगे और एक सिलेक्शन होगा. देयरफॉर रिक्रूटमेंट इज अ पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट एंड सिलेक्शन इज अ नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट. इट locates available people for the job and invites them to apply for the job in the organization. I hope it, students, very much clear to you, students. Now come to the next topic. The next topic is selection, student. Selection begins where recruitment ends. It is a process of selecting from among the pool of prospective candidates who have applied for a job. In other words, it is a process of identifying and selecting the best person out of the number of prospective candidates for a job. Right, students? Therefore, this purpose, the candidates are required to take a serious employment test and interview at every stage. Many are eliminated and a few move to the next stage until the right type is formed. Therefore, selection is considered as a negative process, students. The process may start right from screening of the applicants. Right, students? The basic purpose of selection is it ensures that the organization gets the best among the available. It enhances the self-esteem and prestige of those selected and conveys to them the seriousness with which the things are done in the organization. I hope it, student, it is very much clear to you, students. So selection is a process of selecting from among the candidates from within the organization, right, student, the most suitable person from the current position or for the future position. Right, students, then come to the next process. The next process is, students, placement and orientation. Now, what do you mean by the term placement and orientation? Placement refers to the employees occupying the position or post for which the person has been selected. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, पहले रिक्रूटमेंट अप्लाई करा दिया, फिर सिलेक्शन हो गया, उसके बाद प्लेसमेंट का मतलब होता है जॉब देना एम्प्लॉयज को. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, ओरिएंटेशन का मतलब होता है नए सिलेक्टेड एम्प्लॉय को पुराने एम्प्लॉय से मिलवाना. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, सो ओरिएंटेशन रेफर्स टू द प्रोसेस ऑफ इंट्रोड्यूसिंग द न्यूली सिलेक्टेड एम्प्लॉयज with their superior, subordinates and colleagues and familiarizing them with the rules and policies of the organization. Right, students? So after selection, the employee is given appointment letter and is asked to occupy the vacant job position. Placement referred to occupying of post by the candidate for which he is selected. Orientation refers to the introduction of new employees to the existing employees, students, and familiarizing him with the rules and regulations of the organization. I hope it is very much clear to you, students, and come to the next process. The next process is training and development. Now, students, training refers to the process by which the attitudes, skill, and abilities of employees to perform specific jobs are increased. It is a process of learning new skills and application of knowledge. It attempts to improve their performance on the current job or prepare them for the intended job. Right, students? It is a process of learning new skills, students. Now, what do you mean by the term development? Development refers to the learning opportunities designed to help the employees to grow. It involves growth of an individual in all respect. I hope, students, it is very much clear to you. Now, this is supposed to be the training and development. Students, training present के लिए होती है, development future के लिए होता है, students, right? Training is concerned with increasing the skills for doing a particular job. It is a job-oriented process, students. It is short-term in nature. It is suitable for technical staff training. Training focuses on present requirement. जबकि development, student, development is concerned with the growth of an employee in all respect. It is career oriented, long term in nature. It is suitable for managerial staff. Development includes training, or it is refers to the future requirements also. Now come to the performance appraisal, students. Now what do you mean by the term performance appraisal? It means checking the employee's current and past performance as against certain predetermined standards. Appraisal are used for variety of purpose, students, relating to training, promotion and compensation, students. So performance appraisal means evaluating an employee current or past performance as against certain predetermined standards, right? Promotion and career planning, students. Now what do you mean by the term promotion and career planning, students? Promotion, it means moving an employee to a higher job position. Sometimes a worker may not fit into his job in a particular department, then he is transferred to other department to improve his efficiency, right, students? Career planning includes promotion, transfer and demotion of employees based on their performance, students. So it becomes necessary for all the organization to address career related issues and promotional avenues for their employees. Managers must encourage employees to grow and realize their full potential. Promotion are an internal part of person's career. Promotion includes shifting an employee to a higher position, carrying higher responsibilities, facilities, status and pay. Right, students, I hope it is very much clear to you. Now come to the next one. The next one, student, is compensation. Now what do you mean by the term compensation, students? Compensation refers to all form of pay or rewards given to employees. It includes the student direct financial payment or indirect payment. Now direct financial payment क्या होती है, students? It includes wages, salaries, commissions, incentives, bonus. Direct financial payments are of two types, time-based or performance-based. Time-based, students, a time-based plan means salary or wages are paid either daily, weekly or monthly basis. Performance-based, students, performance-based plan means salary or wages are paid according to the number of pieces produced. It must be daily wages, students. That is the number of units produced by him or her. Now what do you mean by indirect payment, students? It includes vacations, employers' contribution to social security, provident fund, right, students? So these are indirect financial payments, students. I hope it is very much clear to you, students. Thus, a process of staffing includes acquisition, retention, development, performance appraisal, promotion and compensation of the most important resource of an organization, that is human capital. I hope, students, it is very much clear to you, students. So you have to learn chain wise. The next aspect is, students, staffing. Now what do you mean by the term staffing? Staffing के तीन aspect है, students: recruitment, selection और training. अब इन्हीं basis पर हमारा आगे का chapter चलेगा, students: recruitment, selection and training. Now what are the factor influences recruitment, selection and training, students? These are the factors जिनके base पर recruitment, selection और training होता है. You can say these are the elements of staffing. So what are the factors? The very first is unemployment rate. Second, labor market conditions. Third, legal and political consideration. Fourth, technological developments. Fifth, general economic developments. So these are the factors which consider under recruitment, selection and training. Now come to let's discuss one by one, students. The very first is recruitment. Searching for the prospective candidates and apply them for the job in the organization, that is known as recruitment. Right, students? Recruitment is a positive process, students, as large number of employees are apply for the job in the organization irrespective of the vacancies occurred in the company. Now what are the activities involved in the process of recruitment? The very first is identification of different sources of recruitment, that is internal or external, assessment of their validity, selecting the most suitable source, inviting applicants from the prospective candidates for the vacancies. These are the activity involved in the process of recruitment, students. Now come to the next point, student. Now next level, students. The next, students, is sources of recruitment. As you know, students, there are two sources of recruitment: internal source or external source. Internal source, whenever the vacancies are filled from inside the organization, that is known as internal source of recruitment, students. The vacant job positions are filled by using existing employees only, and no outsiders are permitted in internal source of recruitment, right, students? So in case of internal source of recruitment, the vacant job positions are filled by using existing employees only, and no outsiders are permitted. Now what are the advantages of internal source of recruitment, students? जब भी हम कंपनी के अंदर से सिलेक्शन करेंगे, स्टूडेंट्स, तो कंपनी को क्या फायदा होगा, स्टूडेंट्स? द वेरी फर्स्ट इज इंटरनल सोर्स ऑफ रिक्रूटमेंट. इट इज वेरी economical. Of course, students, internal source of recruitment is very much economical, students. No time and money has to be spent on advertisement, test, interview, etc. because the knowledge and skill of employees are already known. Right, students? I hope it is very much clear to you. The employees are already familiar with the rules and regulations of the organization, so less chances of turnover. It motivates the existing employees, students, because recruitment involves motivation of existing employees as less amount is spent on training students, right? And through transfer, surplus employees can be shifted to other department and employees get training also in the form of job rotation. I hope it is, students, it is very much clear to you. Now the limitations of internal source of recruitment की क्या limitations हो सकती है students internal source of recruitment की. The very first is students not suitable for a new enterprise. अगर बेटा नई कंपनी है तो बेटा नई कंपनी के लिए तो आपको इंटरनल सोर्स ऑफ रिक्रूटमेंट की जगह आपको एक्सटर्नल सोर्स ऑफ रिक्रूटमेंट ही चाहिए. A new enterprise cannot use internal source of recruitment. Moreover, no enterprise can fill all its vacancies through internal sources. The existing workforce may be insufficient or they may not fulfill the eligibility criteria of jobs to be filled. Right, students? So external source of recruitment is essential. Second, students, lack of fresh talent. When vacancies are filled through internal promotion, there is limited choice and the scope of fresh talent and new blood is reduced. Next is, students, lack of competition. The spirit of competition among the employees may be hampered because employees are likely to expect automatic promotion by seniority. Low productivity, of course, students, जल्दी promotion transfer करने से productivity of the organization is reduced due to frequent transfers. Lethargic or lazy, the employees may become lazy or lethargic if they are sure for the time-bound promotion. I hope, students, it is very much clear to you. Now, come to the internal source of recruitment, students. There are two types of internal source of recruitment, that is transfer and promotion. Now, students, what do you mean by the term transfer? It involves shifting an employee from one job to another, from one department to another, students, without changing their rank, responsibilities, duties, power and wages and salary, students. It is an horizontal shifting of employee. Transfer means shifting of an employee from one job to another, or from one department to another, or from one branch to another, without any change in the responsibility, salary and status of the employee. Right, students? Only the workplace is changed. Transfer is a horizontal shifting of employee. Shortage of suitable employee in one department or branch may be filled through transfer from other overstaffed department or branch. Job transfer are also helpful in avoiding termination and in removing individual problems and grievances. During transfer, it is ensured that the employees to be transferred to other job is capable of performing it. Right, students? Transfer can also be used for training of employees for training different jobs also. I hope it is very much clear to you, students. Now come to the promotion. What do you mean by the term promotion? Promotion refers to shifting an employee from lower job position to a higher job position. It is a vertical shifting of employees. It includes higher status, responsibilities, facilities and pay. It is a vertical shifting of an employee, student. It helps in improving the motivation, loyalty and satisfaction level of employee. It has a psychological impact on the employees because a promotion at higher level may lead to a chain of promotion at lower level in the organization. Right, students? So of course, student, it is very much clear to you, whenever large number of job positions are required, students, so promotion is very much essential. Now come to the next topic, students, that is external source of recruitment. Now what do you mean by the term is external source of recruitment, student? External source of recruitment, whenever the vacancies are filled up through outside the organization, that is known as, students, external source of recruitment. Right, students? Under external source of recruitment, where large number of job positions are vacant, then external source of recruitment are preferred. Now what are the advantages of external source of recruitment, students? The very most advantage of external source of recruitment is qualified personnel. Through external source of recruitment, the management can attract qualified and trained persons to apply for vacant job in the organization. Wider choice, students. When vacancies are advertised widely, a large number of applicants from outside the organization apply. The organization can select the best possible candidates for employment. फ्रेश टैलेंट से स्टूडेंट्स एक से एक फ्रेश टैलेंट मिलेगा कंपनी को. By using the external source of recruitment, the organization can obtain fresh and talented candidates. This means infusion of new blood or introduction of new blood and modern ideas into the organization. This will improve the overall working of the organization. Of course, students, competition is also increased. The existing staff will have to compete with outside candidates for vacancies. They will work hard to show better performance. Right, students, by using external recruitment, the company can get employees with latest technological knowledge also. Right, students, now come to the disadvantage of external source of recruitment. That what are the disadvantage of external source of recruitment, students? Dissatisfaction among existing employees. Recruitment from outside may lead to dissatisfaction and frustration among existing employees. They may feel that their chances of promotion get reduced. Right, students, lengthy process. Recruiting employees from external source is a very lengthy process as vacancies are published and organization has to wait for the response of prospective candidates. Of course, student, external source of recruitment is an expensive process. It is a time costly process because experts are higher. We have to pay to the experts. और बेटा जो एक्सटर्नल सोर्स ऑफ रिक्रूटमेंट के अंदर जो भी सिलेक्शन है वो सुबह से लेकर शाम तक चलते रहते हैं. सो रिक्रूटमेंट ऑफ कैंडिडेट थ्रू एक्सटर्नल सोर्स इज वेरी एक्सपेंसिव प्रोसेस. It involves considerable expenditure on advertisement and processes of application. Right, students? An external source takes more time than the internal source of recruitment. It is a lengthy process. I hope, students, it is very much clear to you. Now come to the next topic, students. So, students, staffing means putting people to job, finding right person for the right job. It is that function of management which is concerned with estimating the manpower requirement of an organization and includes other functions like recruitment, selection, placement, induction, training, development, promotion, compensation, and performance appraisal. As student, staffing is considered with obtaining, using, and maintaining a satisfactory and satisfied workforce. Staffing is a managerial function of filling and keeping filled positions in the organization structure. Right, student? It is the key element in the staffing process, students. The staffing function deals with human element of management. Managing the human component of an organization is the most important task because the performance of an organization depends upon how well the function is performed. The success of an organization is achieving its goals and is determined to a great extent on competence, motivation, and performance of human resources, students. Right, students? So staffing is also a part of HRM, students. The need of staffing function has assumed greater importance these days because of rapid advancement of technology, students, increase in the size of organization, and complicated behavior of human beings. So these are the three things where staffing function has to be performed. The very first is, students, rapid advancement of technology, increasing the size of organization, and complicated behavior of human beings, students. Right? I hope it is very much clear to you, students. So through objective assessment and by giving fair reward to the employees, staffing function can be given more importance nowadays, students. Right? In a small organization, manager may perform all duties related to employees' salaries, welfare, and working conditions. But as organization grow and number of persons employed increases, a separate department called the Human Resource Department is formed, which act as specialist in managing person. The number of human resource specialists and size of the department gives indication of the size of the business. Right, students? I hope it is very much clear to you, students. So students, evolution of HRM is done, students. So with the emergence of industrial revolution and trade unions activity become very active. The trade union activity forced management to appoint a person who could act as a link between the owners and employees, between the management and employees. So staffing function is very much there. This resulted in appointment of labor welfare officer. With the introduction of factory system, large number of laborers were employed under one roof. This result in appointment of one more person who has given the responsibility of recruitment, selection, and placement of person. This person is known as personnel manager, then staffing manager, and then at present scenario it is known as student HRM manager. So human relation approach recognizes human factor as the most important instrument of success in the organization, as employees are the backbone of any company, factory, firm, organization. किसी भी कंपनी फैक्ट्री की जो एसेट्स होते हैं वो स्टूडेंट्स एम्प्लॉयज होते हैं. सो ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट हैज रिप्लेस द ट्रेडिशनल कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ लेबर वेलफेयर एंड पर्सनल मैनेजमेंट. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, सो टुडे human resource management has very much important, and human resource management ने ट्रेडिशनल कॉन्सेप्ट जो कि लेबर वेलफेयर का था और पर्सनल मैनेजमेंट का था उसको स्टूडेंट्स डिलीट कर दिया है, उसको इरेज कर दिया है. एंड नाउ देयर इज अ स्टाफिंग मैनेजमेंट और HRM मैनेजमेंट कॉन्सेप्ट इज क्लियर टू यू स्टूडेंट्स. सो एट प्रेजेंट स्टाफिंग मैनेजमेंट कॉन्सेप्ट और स्टूडेंट्स HRM कॉन्सेप्ट आ गया है. द नंबर ऑफ ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज स्पेशलिस्ट एंड साइज ऑफ the department gives an indication of the size of the business. For a very large company, the human resource development itself will contain specialists for each function of the department students, and for the small organization or for small companies, staffing function is the inherent part of human resource management students. That's why staffing is very much important in the organization. A small factories, company, factory, firm, organization, staffing process is going on, or for large organization students HRM process is going on. दोनों का काम बेटा सेम ही है लेकिन उनका वर्क नाम अलग अलग है, वर्क सेम है. in very big company, factory, firm, organization, it consists of HRM management, human resource management, but in small companies, factory, firm, organization, the HRM management work has to be done through the staffing manager. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, लेकिन दोनों का वर्क सेम है. रिक्रूटमेंट, सिलेक्शन, ट्रेनिंग, डेवलपमेंट, कंपनसेशन, परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द एम्प्लॉयज. I hope student it is very much clear to you. So learn it from the notes students and watch my videos very much carefully and mark present on the group as well as videos student. If you find any difficulty you can ask me anytime students. Thank you students.